Hey, this is Angie here at Abundant Acres Homestead, and I almost wasn't even going to make this video today just because I kind of got an attitude because I have lost more than 50% and still look, I'm still losing more. I tried a different soil because I got it on sale and well, clearly it has not worked out for me. I mean, I think there's some that can still come through, but not looking great. Yesterday it was actually really super nice out, and then last night it rained pretty good, and it was still raining this morning. And I probably should have come out yesterday and did some videotaping, but it was kind of one of those days. That's when I really started having an attitude about those seedlings. So you wouldn't want them to talk to me or see me yesterday. So, like I said, it rained yesterday, so the garden's a little bit muddy, so we can't really work on the beds, but there's a few other projects we want to get done in the garden. Mainly this one back here. Look who I found.
I was out wandering the garden.
So what's the plan, Stan?
Well, I think the plan today is to do some trellising.
Get our trellises up so they're ready to roll.
Yes.
I think we're going to work together today because yesterday just did not go very well.
It didn't.
Of course, it's probably mainly because of my attitude. But
you had an attitude yesterday?
A bit. Here's what we're going to be using. We got T-posts, and then back there, we got cattle panels. So we're going to get T-posts in, drag some cattle panels up, get these up. Medieval torture device right here. It's not as bad as having to dig the post holes though. Okay, as you can see, we got the 4 posts in. Now we just got to get the cattle panel, get it hooped up over, so that's next. Yep. I'll let you go so I don't get smashed over here. If they're gonna go all gorilla style. Yeah. Are you in the middle there? Good?
Good.
So basically what we're gonna do is the exact same thing that we did over there. We're gonna do right here, but my battery's dying, so we're gonna take you guys inside, charge you up, get this done, and then we have to go to town to get some lumber to start working on that. So we'll bring you back after you guys are all charged up. So before I take you guys inside to charge you up, I wanted to give you guys, anybody that wants to build an arch trellis using the T-post and cattle panel, here is a tip. See these posts, how they have the little knobby things? I'm sure somebody's gonna put in the comment section, it's called blah, 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 blah. Well, my channel, these are knobby things. So the knobby things, if you put those to the inside, here, let me go over and show you. If you put the knobby things to the inside and then you put your cattle panel in this way, these will go ahead and grab a hold of that. So you don't have to worry about them shaking around and everything. Okay, so we got you guys all charged up. You guys feeling any better? We went and we got our 2x4s, and we're just gonna get started on this, and I'll explain it as we go.
We get in the mud, we might get some good video footage.
As long as you falling off the ladder. Oh! Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
I don't know that I marked it. 8 foot. I don't think I did. I think I marked 4 and 6. I didn't mark.
Well, I marked 8.
Good for you. You're smarter than I am.
Did that catch it on that camera?
You already did.
I hope I got it. Hope you said it loud enough. Go in there to get my drill, everything else. You know what I'm missing? My bit.
Where's your bit at?
This is one that I had to get out of my stash that I have hidden from you because you've stolen every single one of them. It's not funny. Seriously, stay out of my bits.
I just want to say this. We used all your bits. And when I went to the lumber store, I said...
And by we mean who?
I mean Angie.
No.
So anyway...
Kenny used all of my bits.
So anyway, I went to the lumber yard and I bought me a fresh pack. I got like a 30 pack in there in the garage in the toolbox.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you go through all of mine and you make your own stash.
Yeah.
That's garbage. Okay, so this right here is towards the front. So I am wanting to put a face plate type thing. I'm calling it my fancy board is what I'm calling it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. It will hang over each side just a little bit and have the fancy edges. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. And to make a fancy edge, I'm going to use super fancy tools. Starting with tape measure, a Sharpie, ready for this one, paper plate. Fancy. So we got the fancy board hung up, and now Kenny is going to cut all the tops of the 4x4s off. Okay, closer look at what we got going on. This here is the fancy board up front. And then inside we got 2x6 that wraps all the way around. And then we got 2x4 runners. And next we have these cattle panels. And Kenny's gonna cut them at 118.5. Okay. 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 Okay, so Kenny's going up to the house to get the level because he says that that fancy board is level. I'm saying that it is not. Let me... Does that look level to you? We're gonna find out. Let's get a closer look because he'll lie just so he can say he's right.
Oh. You want to get a third level?
We're gonna delete that out of the video. Well, something's wrong then because
we can go get 5 levels. Hold on.
I'm telling you, it looks crooked.
It does. I think it's the contour of the ground. I really do because I was walking up going, man, it does look crooked, but then I watched the slope of the ground, and you're focused on the slope of the ground. I'm not joking.
Well, we're still gonna cut that out because I don't want to leave anything on there that makes you look like you're right.
I was what?
You were not incorrect.
that makes me
not incorrect. Okay, I'm going to attempt to take you up there to show you what we're doing, but no guarantees, because I gotta go up the ladder, hold all this stuff, and I've got nails in the other hand. So we're gonna do our best. But I'm telling you right now, if this ladder starts to go, y'all are gonna hit the ground, because it ain't gonna be me hitting the ground. You guys will bounce a whole lot better than I will. I don't bounce very good anymore. Okay, so here we are at the top, and what we got to do now is, because it is 10 foot and these panels are only 4 foot wide, that means we're going to have a 2 foot difference. So what we're going to do is measure 8 inches and bring this over. Oh, I fell off. Okay, there we go. Get this over to 8 inches.
oh wow, right on the money.
Just over to 8 inches. Too far. We're calling that good. Okay, so the next trick is we've got to get this nailed down. This would be a perfect place for fencing staples, but we don't have those. So the plan is, put some nails in and then just bend them over.
We gotta use what we got.
Yeah. Or we gotta drive all the way to town, and we've already been to town once, so we ain't going again. I don't know if I can record this or not, though.
Yeah, I'll come get you. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, this is a little sketchy. Got it.
Got it. Now, how'd that make you feel?
Oh, I got it good.
You know what the funny part about this is?
What?
I grabbed those nails out of the brand new bucket. Now, how them bent nails got in that brand new bucket, I don't know.
Probably because somebody was too cheap to throw them out and just threw them in the brand new bucket anyway.
I thought it was from where somebody was denailing plywood and just threw them in the nearest bucket.
Oh, that would be okay.
So that would make me...
What?
Right?
I didn't do anything wrong.
You're just saving money, aren't you?
Look, otherwise you would have had to buy 5 new nails.
And you were complaining about jankety nails and the equipment you had to work with.
Yes, sir. Oh, got me. Got me.
Did he get you?
Yeah, I pulled this thing down and it's got a nail in the end. It stuck me right in the gut. Ooh.
Good call.
Skills, man.
Skills.
Okay, so where Kenny cut these, now we're gonna take this part and put it on the back. So I got the idea for this from last year. Boo took me out. She wanted to have a Grammy day and she planned the whole day out and took me to a tea garden. So at the tea garden, there was this pergola and you actually sat underneath the pergola. They had, I think it was wisteria growing on it, but this is a garden and we actually need it to function. So we plan on putting, this year at least, we plan on putting pumpkins. And the pumpkins will grow up over the back and over the top and shade it out. And this will be a nice little sitting area for us. Okay, so I am calling this my garden mullet, because if you can imagine, the pumpkins growing up from the back, and we got my pretty board right here. So it's business in the front, party in the back. My garden mullet. So we had one round of storms already come through, and we have another round that's getting ready to come through. So I thought this would be a great time to go ahead and try to get some seeds started. And I will explain it as we go along. So I'm gonna be planting the raised bed over here on the left first, and then we'll get this one. And then I've got some things that are gonna be going back there. So let's get started with this one. Now I am notorious for thinking that I have things straight, and then after I look at them, I realize not so straight, as you can tell by earlier in the video. But so what I'm doing is I'm just using a straight edge, and I just give it a little wiggle back and forth. I just figure out where I want it, put it in the ground, and just kind of give it a good wiggle. And you can see doesn't go super deep. You can wiggle it more if you need it to go deeper. So the first bit, I'm going to be using these free seeds that I got from Baker Creek. Never grown these before. Okay, and then here in my little coffee can, I just have some mix that I've used for starting seeds. It's really light, and I just go over top of it. Carrots, you don't, because they are such small seeds, you don't want to put anything too heavy on them, because then they could have a harder time coming up. So I like using this really light soil. That way they don't struggle coming through. Okay, so I have these carrots planted right here. And next I'm gonna move over to this bed. So over here we reused the soil, and apparently there must have been some bean seeds in there. So we've got some volunteer beans. I'm probably not gonna disturb them too much because I like volunteers. Let's see what happens with those. But I'm going to go ahead and get this side planted also with carrots, but I'm going to be using the Caruda. I don't know how you say it, but that's the carrots that's going to be going in the right one. And I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did over there. So, okay, so I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but there's one set of carrots. There is the other set of carrots. And then what I'm going to do next is run a few things this way for the Japanese wasabi radish. Got these for Kenny because he likes warm things, and once I seen the wasabi, I was like, oh, gotta try that. So we're gonna get those planted. Probably gonna split it between here and this bed. And as you can tell, I can't wiggle my straight edge in there going this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna line it up the best that I can, and then I'm gonna just use a stick and try to make my little beds that way. Okay, not sure how straight I'm running, but we're gonna give the radishes a little bit more room than what we did the carrots, because I'm gonna split those between the beds. I'm gonna do a good 3 rows in each bed, because going side to side, there's not gonna be as many. Okay, let's get these planted. Okay, so we got our carrots, radishes, carrots, and look, even with a straight line, I somehow managed to get those radishes crooked. Oh well. Next we're gonna go back over there to where the potatoes are. We have a little bit of area that we're gonna plant up next. Okay, this is our potato bed, and you can see a stick. This is my marker for where the potatoes stop. So I have this area right here that I'm gonna plant with purple top white globe turnips. Another thing I really like using this technique of pouring a different soil over the top of the seed is because it makes it really easy to tell exactly where your seedlings should be popping up. Meaning it makes it easier to weed because you know exactly where your seedlings should be coming up. So if anything is coming up in between, you know that's a weed. Go ahead and pull it. There we go. We got potatoes down there. Some of them are just starting to come up. Can't see those yet. And here is our turnips. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for this video. We got some work done. I got a couple things planted. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. If you are subscribed, we thank you very, very much. This is Angie here at Abundant Acres Homestead. Be safe and God bless.